All right, everyone, welcome back. It's week 7 of the Family Beatdown League. Good week. Let's get right to it. So, in our college football updates, University of Miami, big winners over Cincinnati. Way to go, Ryan. 55-34. They take on Virginia Tech this week. Notre Dame moves up to number 5 with a win over North Carolina, 50-43. Now, the good news is Notre Dame won. The bad news is you let North Carolina score 43 points. Crazy. Big game, though, this week. Big game of the week, actually. Notre Dame, number 5, Notre Dame versus number 2, Florida State. So you know who my money is on, doing that tomahawk chop. USC moves back into the rankings with a big upset win over number 10 Arizona. It looked like it was going to be a repeat of the Arizona State game, where the opponents would have a last-second drive, but it was thwarted by a timely interception, and the Trojans seal the win, move back into the rankings, number 22, 28-26 winners over Arizona. The Trojans take on University of Colorado this coming Saturday at the Coliseum. So let's take a look at our last week. High Point man last week was Rick. Rick woke up and finally won a game. He put up the high point of the week, maybe the high point of the year, I'm not sure. 177.4 over John David Bootie Eaters, 147.3. Second place as far as total points goes to Big Blue with 126. She won. Veronica won over Ryan's People of Color, 97.3. 125.6 for Jed's Third Down for What? A big winner over Blue and Gold, or excuse me, I got that all wrong. 173 for Blue and Gold, and 125 for Jed. And I get a big win over Back That Pass Up. Rebecca only put up 80 points. So unlike you, honey. But I get 123.9, and I win. Dawn also won 120 to 119. Very close over Danny. And who else? Paula's Man Snips bested Grandpa's Gerard Invincibles 134 to 117. Let's take a look at next week's games. So, in our first matchup, Smell This versus Blue and Gold. Two teams are 4-2. I'm owner of a 3-game win streak. Right now, it's 131 to 100 in my favor over the Blue and Gold. Jake has his quarterback, Nick Foles, on bye. I've got Peyton Manning against San Francisco. It's not going to be pretty either. Although, good matchup for Roddy White against Baltimore. Lamar Miller gets Chicago. Miami did a really good job against the Packers, but the Packers won last week. And then Reggie Wayne gets Cincinnati. I give the pick to Smell This. In our next game, we've got Swamp Donkeys, owners of a 1-5 record and a 1-game win streak. 177. Now, come on, Yahoo! You're just making it so hard, people. This is supposed to be week 7. God, what a pain in the ass this is. All right, Swamp Doggies takes on Third Down for What? Swamp Doggies 1-5. Jed's Third Down for What? 3-3. Nice symmetry there. Third Down for What? 3-3. It's all karma. It's 146 to 130 in favor of Swamp Donkeys. Aaron Rodgers gets Carolina. That's a nice matchup for the Pack. Le'Veon Bell gets Houston. That's not a great matchup, but not a bad one. For Jed, Tony Romo against the New York Giants should be a good game. Demaryius Thomas against San Francisco. Do have a one bye on your running back with Doug Martin. Their Third Down for What? I'm going to give the pick to the hot hand, Mr. Rick Menser gets the pick. In our next game, Blood, Sweat, and Beer against People of Color. That's 2-4 against 3-3. Danny's 2-4, Ryan's 3-3. Key matchups, Kirk Cousins for Tennessee, against Tennessee for Ryan, as well as C.J. Spiller against Minnesota, and Marshawn the Beast against St. Louis. That may be enough right there. Matt Stafford gets New Orleans for Danny. She has T.Y. Hilton, who went off last week. He's going against Cincinnati, another big matchup. And then Odell Beckham Jr. That's a nice pickup right there, Danny. Odell Beckham Jr. is becoming a favorite target of little brother there in New Jersey. And Arian Foster against Pittsburgh. I'm going to give the pick to Danny. Taking a look at Taking a look at third down for one versus Swamp Donkeys. We've already picked this game. And so, let's go to, see what Paula's Man Snips are taking. Paula's Man Snips, 4-2, against Veronica's Big Blue, 3-3. Overwhelming favorite is Tyson. Veronica's got good matchups. Cam Newton against Green Bay. AJ Green against Indianapolis. Darren McFadden, is he still playing? Is against Arizona. But for Tyson, Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler. That's enough. I'm going to give the win to Tyson because Jay Cutler is the man. Or at least he'll tell you that, I believe. Let's take a look at our next game, which is... Oh, Yahoo, you are friggin' killing me. God damn. All right, John David Booty Eaters against Back That Pass Up. It's 124 to 110 in favor of Alex right now. Tom Brady is against New York Jets. That should be ugly for the Jets. Randall Cobb against Carolina. Michael Crabtree against Denver. Matty Ryan against Baltimore. Got a couple of buys there, Rebecca. You've got Vernon Jackson, it looks like, and LaShawn McCoy, both on buys this week. I think you'll cover those up, but the way it stands right now, John David Booty Eaters gets the win. Let's take a look at our second to last game, and that is, we've already done Paula's Man Snips versus Gerard Invincibles. We've done that game. Ugh. I'll get this down next week, folks. This will not be a problem next week. I'll just open up like 95 different browser windows and just screw you, Yahoo, and your damn infernal user experience. That's just terrible. I don't even know which games we haven't covered. But anyway, take a look at the standings. Jake's still on top of the heap at 4-2, but coming on fast is Smell This at 4-2. Then we have three teams clustered at 3-3 up in the Cardinal division. Down in the lower division, down in the Gold division, Paula's Man Snip still sits on top at 4-2, but the Redneck's close on his heels at 4-2 as well. Two teams at 3-3, two teams at 4-4. All right, that's it, everybody. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. So long. Bye-bye.